welcome back to my channel. In this session, I'm going to cover another real-world application, that is processing orders in an e-commerce platform. Here we are going to cover multiple tasks that are related to the e-commerce platform. For that, in an e-commerce platform, basically we are processing the orders. So for processing the orders, we need to first of all create the orders. That order can contains like ID, which is the unique order ID, customer name, order date, that will be the local date, and the list of item in the order. List of item means that will be the product name, category, and the quantity purchased by the customer. And also order can contains the total amount of the order. So this will be the data model of that e-commerce platform. Now what tasks basically we are going to cover in this session, that is calculate total revenue generated by all orders. Next we are going to cover the find the most popular product based on quantity sold. Next we are going to cover the determine the category contributing the most revenue. Next one will be the list of order placed in the last 30 days. And the final one that I am going to cover in this session, that is generate a report of customer and their total spending. So these are the tasks that I am going to cover in this tutorial. So for that, first of all, like whenever we are doing any kind of application, the report or analytics help us to understand all the things. Now let's say we are having an e-commerce application platform. Over there in a day, customers purchase multiple things or they place some orders. So based on the analytics, we can understand that how this platform actually working. Customer like it or customer how they experiencing for using this e-commerce platform. So that's why the analytics or reporting help us to understand all the things like how can we improve the system for better experience. So that's why we need to process those kind of things using advanced Java stream. Why stream? Like how this kind of complex activities we can easily achieve using the Java stream. So that's why I'm going to doing those kind of activities using the Java stream. So that's why this session I'm going to cover, and I'm going to taking this real world application so that we can easily implement those activities into our real world application. If you guys have anything, please do let me know in the comment section. So without further delay, we can start the coding. First of all, we are going to generate the data model, because this data model actually is very important to doing any kind of activities, right? Because this is the backbone of the system, because it's contain all the details. So here if you see, we are having the order class. So this order class actually having the different types of fields, including this ID, it will be the primary key, then customer name, order date, and the list of order item that is placed by the customer. Here also we are having the total amount for those orders. Now if we check the order item details, over here we are having this product name, category, quantity, and the price of that particular product. So these are the details about the data model. These two data model is sufficient to represent the order, because order actually having the order details, with that how many orders or list of item purchased by the customer, right? So these are the important thing. Next we are going to create one main method where we are going to defining the like sample data here, because we are not going to communicate with the database. In a real world application, obviously we are having all the order information into the database, and we are going to fetch those details from the database. but here we don't have any, we are not using any connection or not database, so that's why we are going to provide some kind of sample data of the orders. So let create one class over here which having the main method, let's say e-commerce platform or e-commerce details or platform. Okay, here we are going to create the main method. Yes, so here we are going to generate the main method. Now here first of all we are going to defining the sample data of the orders, right? So it's actually this list simulates order data for analysis. So these are the sample data. So here if you see, we are having the list of orders, and this particular order actually having this ID, name, order date, and the list of order item. So in the order item is actually a list of order items, so that's why here we are passing multiple order item over here. So for this particular user is having this two order, one is the laptop and another was the mouse. Similar kind of thing, Bob actually having these two orders, one is the desk and another is the chair. Similar kind of Charlie, Diana and the Eve. So these are the user with multiple order details, right? So this is about the order or dummy order, or maybe it's a sample data for the orders. As I said already, we are not using database data because generally we can fetch the order details from the database, right? Now we are going to write different types of analytic programming using the Java stream to calculate different types of like analytic data. Like first of all we are going to generate the total revenue for those orders. So how we are going to generate? For that we are going to write one kind of stream operations. Using that we are going to generate the total revenue easily. How we are going to doing that? So let me write that code first. Okay, so here if you see, this is the list of orders. We are going to convert these orders in a stream, and then it's actually having this map to double method which is calculates the total revenue from all orders, right? Here if you see, here actually it's having the total amount and we are just doing the summation of this total amount. So it's actually giving us the total revenue of the all orders. Now if we run this application, then we can get the result of the total revenue by this list of orders. So this is the total revenue $6850 from all these actually list orders. Okay, this is for the total revenue. It's easy, seems like, because we are just having this map to double method and then we are just doing the summation. If you see, we are having the nested kind of list of orders, like orders actually having the list of order item, but still we are doing the activities in easily. Instead of that, if we are using the simple for loop, then it will be looks like little bit of complex because we are going to use a nested for loop, but using the stream we can easily achieve those things, correct? Okay, now go ahead with the another report, like most popular product. How are we are going to doing that? Let me write the code for this. So this is actually about the most popular product from the list of order list. So here if you see this list of orders, then we are converting into the stream, then we are using the flat map. So this flat map method actually process nested lists of item and grouping by product name and then identifies the most popular product. So it's actually converting the nested lists and then we are just grouping by the product name and then we are just doing the summation of it. And then after that we are just actually product name and then count. Then we are comparing those values and then finally is returning the maximum comparing values by this, right? So it's actually return the product name and then count of all the product. Out of this we are just converting the maximum one who is having this quantity most, right? So then it's actually giving us the most popular product. So here if you see, we are having the laptop, it's the most one because 1 plus 2 equals to 3, correct? So that's why the laptop will be the most popular product from this list of order items. So now if we run this application, then it will give us the output laptop will be the most popular product. So if you see, the laptop will be the most popular product from the list of order. Now we are going ahead with the another reporting kind of method or another report kind of like logic we need to write, which is the top revenue generating category. Means which category actually, here if you see different types of categories over here like electronics, furniture, then these two categories actually having, so which category actually generate the most revenue. Okay, so for that we are going to doing similar kind of activities for this most popular product. The similar approach we are going to defining over here, right? Because it is similar kind of thing. Here instead of this item, instead of this like product name, we are going to use this total price over here. Like here if you see, we are just doing the grouping by this category and we see the total price, like which category actually having the most total price, those category actually are going to print over here. So if you see over here, it's a grouping by this category and summing the total price, and then we are comparing, and then which is the maximum that we are going to print over here, right? So this is done now. Now we just need to run this application, and here if you see the electronics product, it's actually generate the most revenue, right? So why? If you see the code, if you see the order items over here, so multiple electronics product over here instead of this furniture only having the 3, but electronics having the more item with more price. So that's why electronics category is having the top revenue generating category. Okay, so these are the done now. Next we are going to do small activities like orders in the last 30 days. Okay, so that also we can do. How we are going to doing that? We are just doing some similar or simplest approach for this. Like we are going to use this filter where the order date is after the last 30 days. So here we are local date dot now minus days equal 30 days, and order date will be after this one. Using this we can easily filter the list of order, and then we can easily print it. Now if we can print the data, just run this application, so it will print the data over here. If you see the date here, all are last 30 days, right? Okay, so these are the data of this product which ordered last 30 days. Okay, now the last one, that is customer spending report, like spending by the customer, that also we can generate over here. How we are going to doing that? So first of all we need to grouping by the customer name, where we need to do the summing the total amount. So that means this particular map will store the customer name and the total amount spent by the customer, that we are going to storing over here, and then we just need to print this map. So here it will contains the customer name with the total spending. Okay, now save the name, save the program, run this application, so it will print the data. Okay, now if you see, this is the customer name and this is the total spending, right? This is the customer name and this is the total spending. So that means this is the key and this is the value. How we are going to doing that? We are just here collecting the grouping by this customer name, and here summating the total amount. Using that we can easily doing this activity. Let's say if we are not using this collecting and all this stream level stream kind of activities, then we are going to use the for loop. It will look more complex, but here we can doing the complex things very easily. So this is the advantage of using the stream operations or advanced operations of the stream. This is all about the operations of this e-commerce platform. If you guys have anything, please do let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please press the bell icon for further notification. Thanks for your time. See you in my next videos. Bye bye.